another check of your Fox 47 forecast.
Fox 47 meteorologist Brian Bachman back with a look at your neighborhood forecast on what has thankfully been a much quieter Thursday here across our neighborhood. Started off with a bit of sunshine early in the day. Clouds have regained the upper hand, and while many of us, of course, are keeping a close eye on river levels around the area, we do expect at least continued dry weather going into about the next 24 hours or so. Certainly the case as we head into tonight. In fact, there is the potential for a brief thinning of the clouds as we get into the early evening hours here around 8 o'clock. Temps will fall to about 45 degrees by then. Low 40s around midnight, back to mostly cloudy skies. Then another little window of some brief clearing going into early tomorrow morning as temps ultimately bottom out in the mid 30s, just a hair above average overnight. But speaking of the rainfall that came with all the shower and thunderstorm activity yesterday, we actually set a daily rainfall record in the city of Lansing yesterday. The old record for April 2nd was just 1.39 inches set back in 1945. So we basically shattered, frankly, a 80-year-old record with 2.22 inches of rainfall from those persistent heavy downpours and storms, with the bulk of that rain, of course, that came down during the morning. As for satellite and radar, much quieter out there today. There was a patch of some drizzle trying to track its way in toward the Adrian area, but if any of that even reached the ground at this point, it has started to move out. There's a couple of those little thin spots in the clouds I was just talking about there. Some of those will make their way through our otherwise mostly cloudy skies over the next few hours. Overall setup shows yesterday's cold front now well to the south and east of us. The same storm system, however, is not only producing more severe weather in parts of Kentucky and Tennessee today, but a lot of these red shaded boxes that you see here are actually a slew of flash flood warnings from persistent rains running over these areas for about the last 12 to 24 hours or so, similar to what some of us dealt with yesterday. We're going to watch this area of low pressure southeast of Denver tonight track its way in across the Ohio Valley going into late Friday and Saturday. It will eventually bring more showers to our area, but this rain will be much, much lighter than what we saw, thankfully, going back to yesterday. Here it is timed out as we go into the rest of this evening. There's that little bit of some slight clearing that we see around the 8 o'clock hour. We'll still call it partly to mostly cloudy skies. That'll persist into the 11 o'clock time frame. Brief window of some sunshine. Looks like it's in the cards again early tomorrow, but clouds are really going to start to regain the upper hand pretty quickly. Many of us south and west of Lansing transitioning back to cloudy skies by lunchtime. Everybody gets there into about 4 o'clock tomorrow. But it does look like the daytime hours on our Friday will stay dry. So all told, especially with high temperatures headed for the 50s, still a pretty pleasant day before the evening showers start to roll in. Now, a couple of early arrivals could roll in between about 6 and 8 p.m. south of I-94, but the bulk of the showers start to kick in around and after midnight, and those will persist into the first part of Saturday. But for tonight, low temp around 34 degrees, staying dry for now. Mostly cloudy skies and light winds. Evening showers, a high of 55 for tomorrow. Lingering showers into Saturday morning, then 51 in the afternoon. Chillier stretch of weather takes over into next week, Sunday through Thursday, seeing highs mostly in the 40s and even some upper 30s by Tuesday.